Instantly my mouth dropped, because I'm like, okay, I knew he had a kid. I didn't know if it was in the States or I didn't know if it was back home where he from, Africa or whatever. But the marriage part, I knew absolutely nothing about. He didn't wear no ring. It wasn't no girl panties at his house. He didn't even have a stuffed animal for his son at his house.
It's too much tea. I'm like, oh.
Here's the motherfucking tea.
All right, so let me tell you the tea, right?
Spill the tea. What the?
Spill the tea, sis.
Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. And if you're not new here, hey girl, hey, how you doing? How you been? Where you from? Where you at? Now I know y'all watched the last video and y'all probably like, Charisma, why you not in the house? Do you got some roaches? Do you got some rats? No, I just picked up the kids from school. They loud in the house, so I'm in the backyard trying to be productive. Okay, I'm trying to be productive. So whatever background I have, ignore it. Let's get to the story. So y'all, we gonna be talking about the time when I was in my teens. Y'all, I was between the ages of 15 and 17 and I was living in the Bronx. Now I didn't have no kids at the time, okay? So I was a young wild child living it up, feel me? So at this time, y'all, ain't gonna lie, like I was broke. I was dead broke. I had a little piece of job going door to door, but that didn't last too long. Mind you, I already had dropped out of school. I didn't have nothing else to do, so I'm like, dang, like how I'm get some money? I need some money. So my whole thing was, I used to watch TV shows and I used to see on the TV shows how the guys will always take care of the girls. So I'm like, okay, so I started putting this plan together, like maybe if I get real cute, not maybe if I go get a job, not maybe if I go get an education, but let me tell you how my dumb brain was thinking. Maybe if I go get real cute, a guy will see me, he will want me, and he'll try to take care of me. And wrong, dumbest decision ever. Around the time I was messing with the girl, now y'all remember the girl, I did a story time about her, I think my worst girlfriend experience or whatever. So I was messing back with her at the time, but we wasn't like official, but I was still single at the time or whatever, and I didn't have kids. So I'm walking down the street one day. This happens in the Bronx, y'all. This is like I'm on 167th and like 3rd or something like that. So I'm walking in the Bronx or whatever, past Fine Fair, past that supermarket right across the street. So I see in the car lot, because it's like a mechanic auto shop, something like that, tires, something, right, some car shop there on the corner of 167th and 3rd. Was it on 167th and 3rd? Yeah, because 167th and Walsh was the block down. I'm walking past the car shop or whatever. It's a summer day. I'm looking cute. Mind you, I'm with 2 of my friends. I think one of the friends I was with was, what did I name her? The best friend that stole from me, and then another girl, she don't really need a name. But I'm walking with 2 of my friends. We had just came from Katona Pool. We thinking we so super cute, super lit. So we walking or whatever, and we see this car. This car is nice as hell. I can't really even tell y'all to make it a model, because back then I didn't know make a models. I just knew that it was a cute black car or it was a cute red car or whatever. The only thing I can tell you what it was a Charger, and that's because that's what the cops drive in New York, Chargers. So I don't know what model the car was, but I know it was black. I know it was up to date, like it was good. So we walk past the car or whatever. So some guy, he starts talking and he's like, hey. So we all looking at each other, because I don't even see a guy. So I'm like, who is that? So we turn around or whatever, we see the guy. He like, hey, come here, you, come here. So I'm just keep walking, because you know me, you always got to try hard to get. That's what I read in the rule book. So you always gotta try hard to get, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying hard to get, walking or whatever. He like, you in the towel. So mind you, I had my towel wrapped around me, because I had like a 2-piece on, but I had on shorts though. So you know, yeah, I was rocking my stomach, because it was giving that, like, your girl was fit back then. I don't know about now, but your girl was fit back then. So I had on some pom-pom shorts, my bathing suit, which is the 2-piece, my stomach out or whatever, and my towel was like wrapped like this around me while I was walking. So he like, you in the towel, come in. So we all turn around, we all go over there. So when we all go over there, he's like, oh, I didn't call all 3 of y'all, only called you. So my friend, oh, Sarah, that was her name, the best friend Sarah, she like, first of all, you're not finna go nowhere with my sister by herself, da-da-da-da-da. Mind you, this is the fact that she already had stole from me. This is after all of that stuff already done happened. Y'all already done beat her up, boom, I already had did all that, and we was back friends at this point.
But you're dumb as shit.
we basically just talking, and he basically telling me like, oh, can I get your number, I want to talk to you, da 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 da. Now I'm not gonna lie, y'all, when I'm seeing this guy, all I'm seeing is money signs. Like, that's all I'm seeing, that's all I'm thinking about. So let me describe him for y'all. So he was an African dude, right? He was a little older. You know, they say the African dudes in New York, they be scamming and stuff. It's very true, it's very true. But he came out, he was already giving money, and let me tell you something, you could tell when somebody got money by the way they smell.
Stop it, get some help.
He smelled like a good 10,000 already just walking out. So I'm like, okay, you see his nails clean, he got on a little button up. Yeah, I'm like, all right, he doing his big one, or whatever. So he asked me how old I am. Like I said, I'm between the ages of 15 and 17, but you know, I lie to him, I tell him I'm 19.
Dumb. You are really dumb, for real.
Yeah, I'm dumb, should never did that, but I did it, right? So I lied to him, I tell him I'm 19 or whatever. He basically like trying to raise me up, like, yeah, I want to take you out, you know, I like you, I like what I see, da 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 da, boom boom bow. So, you know, I'm not trying to compliment nothing he got, because I don't want to seem like a gold digger, even though in the back of my head, that's really what it is, that's really what it's giving. But I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, thank you, you know, thank you. So my friends, they laughing, they saying little jokes, whatever the case may be. Long story short, I wound up giving him my number, and all bets was off after that. So right after I gave him my number or whatever, I'm walking home. In the midst of me even walking home, y'all, got like 2 blocks, we got like 2 blocks to be to my house. Now I lived on 166 in Washington. I met the dude over there on 166 and I mean on 167 and 3rd. That's like a block and some change away. We walking home or whatever. So I'm telling my friends, I'm like, yeah, because mind you, we was trying to figure out how we was gonna get lit that night. Mind you, we ain't got no money, our parents not giving us nothing. We trying to get jobs, we young as hell. You know, they had mad requirements to get the jobs in New York, so we didn't know what to do. So I'm like, oh, I'm trying to use this man, I'm gonna get us some bud, I'm gonna get us some bottles. My dumb self, not, oh, I'm gonna take what he give me, open a savings account, do my credit. No, not none of that. Not little charisma, not thinking about none of that. Little charisma thinking about how to get lit for the night, go get cute outfits, and go be cute for other little dirty pussy boys that's our age. Feel me?
Go sit down somewhere in the nearest motherfucking corner.
This dude, he was given at least about, I would say he was given at least about 24, 25-ish. If I wanted to give an age, I would say that's the age that he was given. We all trying to figure out how we gonna get lit tonight, whatever. We gonna basically, they telling me like, you gonna use that guy, get what you could get from him, right? I didn't even get home yet. The guy starts texting me and everything. He's asking me, oh, what's your name? What's the name you want me to save it under? This, that, and the third, blah, blah. So I'm like, oh, I told you my name already. He like, what's your name? I said, I told you my name was Brandy.
It was all a lie, guys. It was all a lie. She lied.
He like, oh, you don't look like a Brandy. I'm like, no, but I am a Brandy. Now he was like, but ain't your name something with like a C? Like, ain't it like Cashmere, something like that? So I'm like, no, it's Brandy. He like, oh, but I heard your friend called you something like Cash something, Cash something. So I'm like, no, that was just my nickname or whatever. My real name is Brandy or whatever, but she just called me Cash because, you know, I be getting cash, you know, I use Troy line, you know what I'm saying? I just be doing stuff, I be trying to get cash, stuff like that, you know, cash, you know, but that's not my real name. My name is Brandy. So he like, okay, mind you could tell he did not believe me. He did not believe me. So he like, oh, okay, like, that's good. Well, what you doing tonight? Are you free tonight? You want to come through? You want to grab some drinks? Da 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 da. So I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I was kind of nervous because I didn't want to go by myself because I didn't really know him like that. So I'm like, well, yeah, but you gonna let me bring my friends? So he like, yeah, you know, you could bring your friends or whatever. I really just wanted to get to know you on the 101. But if you don't feel comfortable for the first time coming to my house, you could bring your friends. Mind you, he was inviting me into his house, his apartment where he lived, that was 2 blocks away from mine. I could have been a setup artist, I could have been anything, but he wasn't trying to hear none of that. He wasn't trying to worry about none of that. I feel like he just knew I was a good person, a good spirit, you know what I'm saying? So boom, we go over there or whatever. Everything is copacetic. Now I noticed in his house he got like this computer, and it's like this web recording thing. Back then, what did we used to be on? It was before Triller. Is it called Triller? Triller. It was before that. It was before Vine. We used to be on some webcam thing. I don't know. But just know that he had a computer with a webcam in his house. Just know that, right? So walking in or whatever, we go to the floor that he live on or whatever. You walk in the house. It's a real nice house. You know how Africans got their house decorated mad nice. He got glass everywhere, like glass on the walls. He got the glass, what's that, the dining table, not the dining table, the what is that? The entertainment the circle table that go in the middle, yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. But he just had glass everywhere, all in his house. His bed was mad high. That's like the first thing you see when you walk into his house. So you go into his house, you see the bathroom here, and then right next there, the open room door, you see like a big bedroom. The bed was high, like it was kind of tall. So you see that or whatever. Then on the other side right here, you see the living room, you see the little kitchen, the bar area, you see everything like that. The couches, y'all, the couches look like something from Coming Out of America. Like, you know the movie where they got the money? Yes, it was. His apartment was dripping gold and glass everywhere. Like, he had the antiques in there, he had the little elephants on the thing with the statue things. Like, his was decked out. So we go over there or whatever, everything copacetic. He basically tell us to sit down on the couch. He asks us if we want anything to drink, and I'm just giving him, you know, little word answers here and there. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of nervous, and my friends, they nudging me. They like, look at this, look, pointing stuff out to look at, and basically you could tell he got money. So you could tell he got money. All that happened, whatever. We start drinking or whatever. We start settling down. He asks us what we like to do, and we just telling him, like, you know, sometimes we smoke, sometimes we drink, sometimes we do this. We lying about, yeah, we got jobs, we work here, we work there. Because, you know, when you link up with a dude, you can't just let him know off the bat, even though you a teen, that you a broke teen. So you gotta, you know, act like, you know, you gotta come looking like something, and you gotta act like you know what you're talking about, even though you don't know nothing. So that's the vibe we on or whatever. He just asking us little questions and stuff, and getting to know us and everything like that. And he asks us, oh, what type of weed you like to smoke? Or I got a friend who sell it, so he buy us some drugs. He buy us some tree, okay, the YouTube version. He buy us some tree. So we smoking, everything is going good, everything is going copacetic, y'all. We wound up leaving that night. So we leave that night, everything is good. So the next day come or whatever, and my friends, they hit me up. They like, yeah, girl, what time we gonna meet at the pool? Because, you know, we always used to go to Crotona pool. Like, it was just a thing. And anytime in the summertime, we was there every single day. We was like the first ones. We was going to both sessions. We was lit. I told you we had a little gang in the park or whatever. So we was always going to the pools or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go. I'm about to get ready to go. But mind you, I don't even have no bread on me. My grandmother not trying to give me no bread. Don't know where my mother at right now. My dad all the way in Delaware in another state. I don't know who to get bread from. So I hits up the boy. Let's give him a name. We're gonna name him Darren. So I hit up Darren or whatever. No, because he African. That don't even make sense. We're gonna name him Mufasa. We're gonna name him Mufasa, yeah. So I hit up Mufasa or whatever, and I'm telling Mufasa, like, hey, I got things going on. You know, my kids ain't have no Pampers. I really need Pampers. Mind you, at the time, y'all, I told you, I do not have kids. I think I manifested my first two because I always lied to people and told them that I needed to get Pampers and stuff for the kids and milk and stuff.
A bum. That's what he is. A bum.
But I really didn't have kids. So I think I manifested my kids. I lied. Yeah, I made it true. So yeah, I'm telling him, like, yeah, I need to get Pampers and stuff for the kids. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to make sure this good, that good. So he's telling me basically walk up the block, meet him back at the car thing that he was at the day before. So he's telling me to meet him there, whatever. He gonna give me a few dollars. So I go up there, whatever. He hands me $100 bill. So I'm like, okay, $100 bill for some Pampers. Like, Pampers not even as much. So, you know, I'm young. So I'm hype. I'm hype about that, honey. I already know I could get some tree for the girls, you know. I could get a bottle. We could buy something to eat. And we could still have money left for chips, snacks, and everything else.
I know that's right.
So I'm really hyped for the girls. I'm really hyped for the girls. In the midst of him giving me the money or whatever, he do pull me in and he try to kiss me. And I'm looking at him like, I don't know you like that, boy. I don't know you like that. Long story short, weeks go past, the vibes is good, we texting all the time, we seeing each other like every other day. Come to find out, homeboy, he ran some businesses. He had like a family in Africa where he would go send everything from his business. He would send it to his home country. Them Africans, they smart, they do not play. So he had them type of businesses. I would always go to his warehouse where he would be shipping stuff, putting stuff into shipping containers and stuff like that. I would go there with him, I would chill there with him. And then y'all, let me tell you what really happened. So a few weeks after that, I guess the lion, he started catching on to the lion. So he was like, yeah, I have a homeboy, he know you, he said that your name is really Charisma. He just started knowing about everything. He was like, yeah, you don't really have kids, so all of this money I've been giving you, you really been lying.
So what you gonna do?
Basically, my cover is blown. Like, he know I've been lying about everything. So I slowly start telling him the truth one day. I'm just sitting on his couch and I start breaking down and crying. And I'm like,
Killing me with this. I get out 30 years.
yeah, like, I don't know. Like, you know, I had dropped out of school. And, like, I've been trying to figure it out. And it's been so hard. And nobody want to hire me.
Stop the cap.
Like, fake crying, right? So he like, oh, well, you should have just told me, you know, like, you could be my assistant or whatever. I got a job for you to do. So I'm like, well, what's the job gonna do? He like, well, I really want you to clean my house for me.
No.
So I look around and I'm like, baby, this house is spectacular. It's nothing here. He's like, what are you talking about? You know them African people, they see stuff that we don't see.
I said what I said.
What are you talking about? It's all of this dust here. You see this here. You see this here. You don't see that there. You don't see this. I'm just like, because I'm really not seeing nothing he's talking about. He like, no, you need to take it with the dust rag and you need to wipe it down. Then you need to spray the Windex and then you need to make sure you have the good bouncy napkin. Because if you don't have the good bouncy napkin,
Keep talking, man. And you shut the fuck up.
like, he just explained all this stuff to me. He's real passionate about the way he want his house clean. So I'm like, okay, well, we could do that. Now he starts telling me, like, I don't only have this apartment, I got 2 apartments. Really, I got one uptown and I got one here. I'm gonna pay you to clean both of my houses for me.
You got money. He got money. Get it all for him.
So I'm like, cool, say no more. This first time around, he was at work and he told me he wanted me to go to his house that day. So he had left the door unlocked. I go to his house and I bring my friend Sarah with me, which is my fake sister. So I bring Sarah with me or whatever. Me and Sarah, we sitting there or whatever, and we cleaning the house. We legit cleaning the house. When I tell you, I was looking all around this man's house. I'm looking for any paperwork. I'm trying to see if he got a wife. I'm trying to see if he got a dog. Where your mother at? With like, I didn't see nothing. I didn't find nothing. I didn't find no stash spots where the money at. I didn't find no bank statements.
I normally don't do that, but it's necessary to do now.
The mail, I didn't find nothing. So we just cleaned it or whatever. So after this, right, I'm waiting for him to get home so he could pay us, right? Mind you, I asked him if it was okay if my friend came over too. He was telling me that I don't think that's a good idea because you're gonna have to split the payment with your friend, because I'm not paying your friend as well. I'm paying you to do the job. I'm trying to help you out, because, you know, he basically was telling me, like, you know, Charisma, I like you. You're really a good person. We've been vibing for the last couple of weeks and I really F's with you. So, you know, I'm gonna help you out or whatever. I'm not gonna just give you my money.
Baby.
I'm gonna make you work for the money or whatever, so you are gonna just clean my house whenever I need it, whenever I'm having company over, He did mention that he had a son. He didn't say how he had the son or if the son lived in the States or he was back in Africa. I didn't ask.
Why?
I didn't ask, but he did mention he have a son or whatever, and that's why he wanted his house cleaned a certain way for when his son come over. I never seen the son come over. I wasn't there when the son come over. He wouldn't even allow me around when his son came over. He was respectful to his son. So we wait for him to come back to the house and pay us or whatever. So like I said, he's at work. We get on his computer. Now we get on his computer. We go to the app. I don't know the app I'm talking about. Like, it was before the Thriller, and the Vine. It was some other webcam. It was like black and whitish, like, I don't know. So we get on a webcam or whatever, y'all. We put on music, y'all. We start twerking around the living room.
I just want you to stop at this point.
So we posting it all on Facebook. We posting it on MySpace, because MySpace was popping that time. I don't even know if was Facebook. I think Facebook had just became a thing, but I know for sure we posting it on MySpace. We doing all that, right? So we posted videos. We not thinking nothing of it. That day come and go, everything copacetic. He come back to the house, he pay us, we leave. That's it. Now, am I gonna sit in this video and tell y'all that me and this man have never been intimate with each other? No, I am not gonna lie to y'all, and no, I am not going to tell y'all that. Yes, me and this man have been intimate when we was vibing out and doing all that. Yeah, we did it a couple of times, but was it ever, oh, we're gonna do it and then I'm gonna give you money for your service?
Fuck no. And I'm gonna stand on that.
Okay.
And they can get in my DM. You can get in my DM all you want every day.
Never gave that. It was never on some I'm gonna sell myself to get. No, it was never like that. It was just oh, we vibing out. We not boyfriend and girlfriend, but we trying to vibe out, see each other, you know, get to know each other before we try to take it to another level. You know what I'm saying? Plus, he still think I'm 19.
You bugging out. Like, the fuck you doing, bro? You wilding. Like, you bug. Like, keep that over there. You wilding.
He found out about all my other lives, my name and everything else, the kids. You don't really got kids, but he didn't find out the real age, so we was still good there. That's the only reason why I feel like he didn't cut me off, y'all, because that he didn't know my age. So like I said, we posted a webcam video. We not thinking nothing of it. He pay us, we leave or whatever. The next day everything is copacetic. I go to baby D house this day, and baby D friend, she comes upstairs. Y'all know this friend I'm talking about? Y'all seen the story time? I forgot what I named it, but her name was Tanya in the story time or whatever, right? So Tanya comes upstairs or whatever, and she's basically telling me, she's like, oh, you know this girl? She's asking me about my sister or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, you know my sister, she was here during the party, da da da. Everybody know that was the girl who stole my phone. So I'm like, yeah, you know Sarah, da da da. She like, wait, but y'all was just twerking on that webcam. It look like I know that background. The background that you at, it look like I know that background.
Oh, that's good for you, baby.
So I'm like, no, you don't know that background, because that's my boo. Like, I keep him low key. Nobody know about him. Like, at the time, I was trying to keep him as a sneaky link. So I was basically like sneaking to him, sneaking texting him, sneaking calling. Didn't let nobody know, but the people who I was with that he hollered at me with knew. But everybody else, I would keep them out of my business. So I was looking at it as, oh, this is like a sneaky link. But now that I'm a little older, girl, that was your sugar daddy. Period.
All right, so let me tell you the tea, right?
She's telling me the background we twerking in, it looked real familiar. It looked like she been there before. And I'm trying to tell her, girl, I know for a fact you have never been there. That's my boo house. Like, you're tripping, this, that, and the third. And she just still trying to tell me, like, nah, I know it from somewhere. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna tell you when I figure it out. And I'm just ignoring her. Long story short, weeks go past, more weeks go past. Like I said, we vibing out, everything good, everything copacetic. So one good Sunday morning, okay, one good Sunday morning. I don't remember if it was Sunday morning or not, but one good morning or whatever, I gets up and I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna go over to Mustafa's house, right? Because that night before, Mustafa had told me that he was gonna pay me what he owed me, because he did owe me a little bit more money, because I had cleaned the first house, because he had two houses, not the house uptown, but the house that was 2 blocks away from mine. He was gonna give me some more money or whatever. So I wakes up or whatever, I get cute, I heads over there. Now when I heads over there, I see Tanya coming out the house.
Not a she didn't.
So I'm like, what is Tanya doing here? So Tanya see me, she like,
oh, hey, how you doing? Like, how you know my people?
So I'm looking at Tanya, I'm like, what you mean your peoples? Like, this is my boo crib. Like, you're tripping, you're tripping. At the same time, we talking at the door, like the door creaks open and you hear like a little baby crying and you hear like a little argument or whatever. So I'm trying to listen into the argument, but I'm also trying to figure out what is Tanya doing here, and is she messing around with my boo? Y'all. So Tanya's sitting there, Tanya's telling me, Tanya's like,
yeah, how you know my people? That's my cousin baby father. Yeah, you know they married, they got a kid together and everything.
Shut the fuck up.
Y'all, my mouth dropped. Instantly, my mouth dropped, because I'm like, okay, I knew he had a kid. I didn't know if it was in the States or I didn't know if it was back home where he from, Africa or whatever. But the marriage part,
I should have fucked you up, but I let you walk away.
I knew absolutely nothing about. He didn't wear no ring. It wasn't no girl panties at his house. He didn't even have a stuffed animal for his son at his house. So I was looking like, well, the first house anyway, because the second house, he had like the stuff for the little boy. He had a little kid's room and stuff like that. I guess when the kids came over, he would go over there. And that's the only house he didn't let me stay at, was the second house, which was the little boy room and stuff like that. But still, I didn't see no girl stuff. I didn't see nothing. So I'm like, what you mean? She like, yeah, that's my cousin baby father. Mind you, I don't even know her cousin like that. Her cousin know baby D or whatever. Everybody like that, cool, but I don't really know her cousin like that. So I don't have no loyalty to your cousin. I don't really care about your cousin. All I know is I hope this not going to affect me and my little money. You know what I'm saying?
I know that's right. I know that's right, bitch.
She basically telling me that's her cousin baby father or whatever. Her cousin was coming over to pick up money. Her cousin told her to tag along or whatever. She tried to drop the son off. He had to go to work. The cousin, she sticks her heads out over the out the door, and the cousin just asking. The cousin is like, oh,
who is that? What's she doing here? What's she doing here?
So I'm looking at the cousin, but I'm quiet because I'm like, I don't know whether I should say who I am. I don't know if he's gonna say who I am. Like, I don't know what it is, but I know I'm pissed off at him because his marriage shit. We too young. Well, I was young, but he's too young to be married too. And she was like 2-3 years older than me. So I'm like, she not even 21 yet. How the hell is she married to this person? Like, it was not, the math was not mathing, y'all. The math was not mathing. I'm like, there's no way a teenager is married to a 24, 25-year-old. Well, at least that's how he looked to me, because he never told me his real age. He always lied and said it was 24, 25, but I know that he was lying. She basically asking like, oh, who am I? Like, what am I doing there? I'm quiet, I'm just looking. So Tanya covering her mouth. Tanya like, oh my God, wait till I tell baby Z this is crazy. The world is mad small, blah blah blah. So she keep trying to explain how this her cousin, this her baby father, da 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 da. So I'm like, but is they together no more? Is they together anymore? Like, I don't understand. Like, I've been at his house, I've even been spending the night there sometimes. My friends been there, we've been on his webcam, like we've been all over his crib. Like, what are you talking about? So she's basically like, oh, the webcam, this is the background. Now I remember, Charisma, this the background. This my baby, this my cousin baby father house. Y'all was twerking in my cousin baby father house. So I'm like, what? So the cousin, she fakes out getting rowdy or whatever. She got her son in her hand, and he's standing by the door, but he's like pushing, like holding the door, like holding her back a little bit. So she fake getting rowdy a little bit, and I'm looking at her, and I'm like, girl, I know you're not serious. So she like, oh, this why? Cause you would this be da 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 da. So basically Mustafa telling her like, it doesn't matter, like we single, we getting a divorce anyway. Don't try to act like you want me now because you see me with somebody else. Don't try to act like that. So she puts the son down, she try to hit him, he's telling her to get out. So now they pushing.
I'm in the ghetto.
Tanya's telling me, she's like, listen, respectfully, I feel like listen, they got a kid involved, this is a marriage involved, there's stuff going on, this is family business. I'm not trying to be rude, Charisma, but it will be real respected if you just walk away from the situation. I don't want you to fight my cousin. Don't listen to her. She's in her feelings right now. They going through their personal stuff, but don't let you get into it, whatever. So I respected that, yo. I respected that. I walked away. Everything was good. I walked away. No issue. No problem. I walked away. I think I wasn't talking to him for about a week, y'all. So he's blowing up my phone, blowing up my phone, blowing up my phone, blowing up my phone. I'm not answering because I'm just in shock. I'm like, what? What if I would have been there one day? She would have came in, knocked me out my sleep. Knocked me out. Like, I don't know. What if me and my friend would have been there? She would have came there, and then we would have jumped her. Like, I'm thinking about all of the scenarios that could have went wrong. Like the fact that I didn't ask him enough information about him. The fact that this man knew everything about me because he knew that I was lying about everything. So he knew everything about me, and I barely knew nothing about him.
Ain't that your friend? Ain't that your friend?
Nothing about him. Yeah, I knew he had a son, but not in the damn States. I didn't know the son was right there. I never seen the son. And it was months since we was messing around. This was like 6 months down the line at this point, y'all. So all this happened. I'm upset. I'm thinking about a way for get back. I'm upset. I'm annoyed. He been calling my phone the whole week. I wasn't answering. I wasn't going over there. I wasn't saying nothing to him. So a week later, he calls the phone. I picks up. So he's telling me, oh, why you want to be so silly? Answer the phone. You want to act like a little girl. I'm trying to tell you, she always do this. Me and her haven't been together this long. We're going to get a divorce. We're in the courts right now, and we're doing this, and we're back and forth, and we trying to see who get full custody, and I've been trying to get full custody. That's why he basically starts spilling everything. Like, he been trying to get full custody. That's why he got a second apartment with the son's room. He's trying to prove to them that he got this, and that's why he's in his warehouses, and he's working a lot, because he used to be at work 24/7, like literally 24/7. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. He tells me to pull up to his warehouse or whatever. He wants to talk to me, work it out with me, whatever. So me, as a dummy I am, I pull up to his warehouse, and he just starts trying to kiss on me and all of this stuff, and I'm pushing him. I'm like, no. Now as I'm pushing him, y'all, I didn't even notice that this man had mad money in his hand. So he's working in the warehouse when I get there. So I guess he didn't get the chance to put the money down or put it away. So I'm hugging him, feel me? He got mad money in his hand. Mind you, I got these little slip shoes on where you can take your foot out, slip them in. They like the flip-flop shoes, but they wasn't Chinese slippers. They was like the other, I can't even explain. I don't even know if they got a name, but you know, back in the day I had the flip shoes on. So as he's hugging me, he keep trying to kiss me. I keep moving my head. I keep feeling like these little something falling on my feet. So I'm trying to figure out what it was, y'all. I go to peek down, y'all, nothing but $100 bills all over the ground, all over my feet. He just dropping out his hand. He don't even know this, y'all. So I'm like, oh yeah, this might get back. This gonna be the day that I rob this nigga. This gonna be the day that I take everything.
But it's necessary to do now.
This gonna be the day. So I thought, right? So I'm like, okay, so I start hugging him back because now I'm sliding money over. I'm taking my shoes off, trying to put some money in the shoe, then put my foot back in the shoe. Somebody calls this man's phone in the midst of us hugging. He answers the phone. He goes to look down. This man drops the phone, jumps on the floor and starts picking up his money. He's screaming. He's like, hey, hey, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So I'm sitting there, mind you, I'm mad quiet. I already know it's at least about $400 or $500 tucked in my shoe under my foot. So I'm just sitting there. I'm like, oh my God, when did this happen? Like, I'm acting speechless, right? He didn't trust me from the jump, y'all. After he picked up every blue face off that floor, do you know what this man did to me in the middle of the warehouse, y'all? Mind you, it was only me and him. It was only me and him. But do y'all know what he did to me in the middle of the warehouse? Yep, you got it.
Drop them drawers.
Drop them drawers. You tripping. Like, I seen you doing all of this stuff you was doing, and I'm trying to tell him, what are you talking about? Mind you, I'm moving my feet around while we hugging, so I know he feel me moving. But now he putting two to two together because he see the money on the floor. So I'm trying to argue him down, tell him like, you're tripping. He like, nah, take off all your clothes. I need to make sure all my money, this is my business, man. I need to make sure all my money. So I'm like, bro, you're tripping. Like, I don't have nothing of your money, none of your money. Yo, he was not having it. He was like, take off your clothes now. Like,
I almost called the cops.
take off your clothes now. Mind you, I'm young, so I didn't know how this was gonna end. So you know what I did? I'm like, I mean, I guess he seen me naked before, so I just take off my stuff. No money drop out, no nothing. I'm good. Like, I'm straight. I'm trying to tell him I'm straight. I'm Gucci. He like, no, take off your shoes now.
Oh my God.
Y'all, I'm like, he like, come on, come on, come on, take off your shoes, take off your shoes. So I'm like, he like, come on, my other workers about to get here. You need to hurry up. Like, you don't want people to see you like this. I just want to make sure all of my money is accounted for. Yeah, I take off my shoes. A couple hundred just come sliding out with my feet, come sliding out.
Are you not ashamed of yourself?
Yeah, I am super embarrassed. I'm just like, now I know that I didn't have to steal no money from him, and I didn't have to do nothing I did, because all I had to do was ask him and he would have just gave me the money. Okay, he would have just handed it to me. But I wanted to feel like, yeah, I was stealing it from him, or yeah, I was taking it from him, because I wanted to feel like I had some sort of get back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to have feel like I had some sort of get back with homie. So after that situation, I was like, oh no, I'm not messing with him no more, because he is crazy. Like, he was so mad after that night. Like, yo, he was calling me all types of names. He was like, oh, I never thought that you would be a thief. This is why I don't trust you black women.
Shut up, bitch.
You just like my baby mother. My baby mother do the same thing. That's why I'm taking her to court, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, whatever. So I just stopped talking to him, stopped answering my phone for him, stopped going over there. I just put in the back of my head that he don't even exist, and I'm really moved on with life. And then I met Troy and him. But yeah, but I slowly just moved on in life. Shortly after that, like a couple of months after that, he started calling me, blowing up my phone, texting me. I'm not answering. So one day I go to Baby D house or whatever. Tanya and them is over there, and then her cousin is over there. So Tanya finally is able to talk, whatever. Her cousin is finally telling her side about, yeah, that was her husband. She married him for such and such. I'm not gonna say it on YouTube, but she married him for such and such. I guess he got the car, they had a kid, they fell in love. It was deeper than that, but then they went their separate way, blah 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 blah, right? Now I'm getting the gist of everything. I'm like, oh, so that's why that, oh, okay, oh, okay. So they all putting me on about what's going on. So now I don't feel that dumb. I'm like, oh, okay, because I thought you was trying to press me when we was at his house, because I was about to say, like, you're tripping, like, da da da. So she was like, nah, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't my feelings back then about a couple things, because he was still lying to me and this, that, and the third. But you know, he always take care of me and his son, even though we're not together, so this, that, and the third. So I got a whole complete understanding of that, right? She drops the bomb. She goes, yeah, but we're going to court or whatever. We fighting a court case. He's basically trying to take full custody, and I don't want him to take my son. So do you think, since you knew him, since you was around when things was going on, first of all, girl, I was only around for that one incident, but she like, yes, she was around for things going on, like, would you want to go to court?
Fuck no.
So I'm like, what you mean go to court? Like, she like basically tell him that, you know, you feel like the son should be with me. First of all, I'm not going to court to testify for nobody. I don't even know you like that, girl. I know Tanya from Baby D, but I don't know you like that, girl. Like, you're tripping. You came at me day one of me meeting you. You didn't know me from nowhere. You claim y'all single, but yet you still coming at me. Like, you was doing too much. You wasn't even trying to let me inside. Like, she was just doing too much. So I wiped my hands with the whole situation. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. So after I spoke to her, it just made me want to speak to him, because now I knew extra information. So I was like, he gonna call back, so I'm gonna wait for him to call. Few days passed by, whatever, he winds up calling the phone. So I pick up this time. So he's raving and going on in his little African slur about, oh, why I'm so stupid, why I'm so silly, oh, I want to act like a little girl, why I want to do this, all this stuff, right? So I'm basically telling him, like, child, you had a baby this whole time, a baby mother, you take care, you was giving her this, you was doing this, you was doing that, you said you wasn't doing none of this. You told me you had a son, but you didn't tell me nothing. You didn't tell me you was married. You said, I'm just going in. So he's basically telling me, like, no, I don't mess with her. Like, she's a whore. She's this. I'm on custody of my son. We in court right now. She trying to make me look bad. So this is what I'm going to need you to do. I'm going to need you to go to court for me, because you seen how she was acting around that day when you had case. She wasn't trying to let you in. She was putting my son down, fighting me. You seen how she was acting. So I want you to be a witness for me in court. This is what Mustafa telling me.
My op. You get what I'm saying?
I want you to be a witness for me in court, Charisma, and tell him that she shouldn't have the kid. So y'all both done asked me to be a witness. I'm not being I don't know y'all all this kid like that. I was only with you because I was trying to get your money. I got most of it. Got it. You know what I'm saying? You did what you did. I don't talk to you no more, because any nigga that script you butt naked is not really messing with you. Like, but yeah, I mean, I didn't steal on purpose. I stole by accident. Like, I didn't even get to steal it because he took the money, but that was probably the best thing that ever happened to me, because after that I met a great sugar daddy who took care of me and Troy for years. But yeah, y'all, that's really the end of the story time. Me and Mustafa baby mother never fought. I never went to court. I wound up changing my number. I didn't talk to them. I didn't see him. I didn't sleep with him. none of that. I didn't go by there. I didn't think about him. I just literally moved on with my life like he never existed. Seriously, like he never existed. I never tried to fight the baby mother. I never had another conversation with her after that. She made it clear that she didn't like me. I didn't like her. We was not friends, and we wasn't gonna pretend to be friends. But that's all that happened there. The message behind the story time, y'all, is just don't be a broke teenager ass bitch like I was, okay? Get a job, support yourself, do something, but don't be looking for a man to take care of you. Don't let what the man have be all that you have. No, you need to be having something yourself. You can't be out here talking about, oh, I want a man who got it all, and you really got 2 nickels. Like, you gotta match the same energy that you want. You can't be looking for stuff that you can't even provide. Like, you can't be looking for stuff for people to put stuff on the table, and you can't even put stuff on your own table. Like, I was really tripping when I was a teenager, when I was a child, because now I'm sitting here telling you stories that I'm finna be 30 in a few days. I'm sitting here like, damn, Charisma, you really could have went out for $1. But yeah, y'all, that's the end of the story time, because this lawnmower was pissing me off. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you follow all of my social medias, and up until then,